Hey, what's up out there? It's Dave Duford. We're on this YouTube channel. We help insurance agents like you sell more insurance. And in today's video, I'm continuing a multi-part interview with both Stephen, who handles the annuity training in my insurance agency, as well as an interview with Mr. Jeremy, who actually started off in his insurance business in final expense and then began to cross-sell annuities to his literally final expense leads, the same kind that you're working out there if you're already selling final expense. So the purpose of this video is to continue the discussion on how Jeremy actually asks his final expense leads if they have anything related to a potential annuity sale for him. He explains the process that he employs, whether or not he thinks this is a duplicatable process, and really how you can learn from him on how you can answer or ask just a few simple questions to see if there's annuity opportunities available that literally can yield 4 or even 5-figure sales commissions opportunities. So stick around and let's listen to the interview. Jeremy, question for you. So for our guys that haven't seen the other videos of where we're talking about your background, it's important for our audience to know you're working final expense and you're writing annuity at the same time. Question I have is, how do you turn your final expense leads into annuity prospects?
Yeah, so the final expense leads, I mean, you're getting no different than the way you are currently. But again, it's literally going in there and asking, can I ask you a few more questions? After you've already taken care of their need with their final expense, if they're willing to, purchase a final expense policy from you, ask them if there's any other needs or any other things that I can help you out with, because I am, able to help you with your finances. And if they do have something like a 401k, or they do have something as far as their annuity goes, that is something that, you can go ahead and lend your expertise towards that. And it just doesn't make any difference as far as that goes. You go ahead and you look at what you currently have and what you can, essentially what kind of business you can look for out there. And these just ask the questions. That's the biggest thing, is go through and ask, can I ask you a few more questions about your financial situations? Is there anything else that I can help you with? Those are simple questions to ask. And if you've already got their trust because you've been there already and you've already dealt with these customers and you already have them as a client, you should be able to ask them those extra questions. And if they tell you no, you walk away. It's not a big deal. But if you never ask, you're never going to find it.
I mean, so what I'm hearing here, just for the sake of clarification, I mean, it's the same old final expense leads you've been working. Nothing not special. Probably agents across the nation have been working that sell final expense. Same kind of leads. All you're doing, correct me if I'm wrong, is you're just asking an extra question or two to lead the conversation into these 4 and 5-figure annuity commission deals. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was one case that I had. She actually sent in a final expense lead. I went in there. She already had a policy. She just wanted to know, because she moved from another state to here, if there was anything that she needed to do with this one. That was her whole concern of sending that direct mail lead. Actually, it was a Facebook lead, to tell you the truth. But when she sent that in to me, I showed up at her house, set up an appointment with her, showed up at her house, looked at the policy she had. It was perfectly fine. It wasn't that old. She had, really no cash value in it. And the policy was put in place for the last 2 years. She was perfectly fine with it. And then I asked her if there was anything else she needed me to take a look at, and she handed me a 6-figure annuity policy. This is, a month ago, of $250,000. And she said, and they literally, they will ask for your advice, because nobody has looked at them or nobody has contacted them in 10 years about their annuity. They don't know what to do with it.
So wrapping things up, given the great success that you've had writing annuity business in such a short period of time, do you think this is a duplicatable process, or do you think, you just got lucky?
Well, considering I've written almost $500,000, or worth of business in 3 months, I don't think it's getting lucky. I'd like to say it is, but I don't think it is. I think this is a very duplicatable thing. All you really need to do is just ask a few extra questions and get their permission to ask it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Once you do that, you have their trust or their permission to ask those questions and find out what their other needs might be in that house. And if you can be of some service while you're there, that's great. If not, that's fine. I'll go on to my next final expense lead, and that's certainly okay. But yes, it's definitely a duplicatable thing that we have put together. Anybody can do this across the country.
I think it's worth pointing out too, Jeremy, that we talked to Steve just a second ago. He's in Florida, the mecca of annuities, as he essentially said. I think it's important to point out where you're at. Tell us kind of what market you're working, part of the country.
Well, I'm a Wisconsin boy. And there's I'm in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin. So to see the people that I do, I usually drive about an hour away to go see my leads, which isn't a big deal for me by any means. But that's where the market's at. That's where I know I'm going to get the most amount of, for one, final expense business. And then also I'm having annuities fall in my lap as well. And it's not falling in my lap. I'm asking the questions. The first one fell into my lap. Now I've shifted things over. Obviously, Steve and I have worked together on what I should say after the point that we've actually closed on that account already. Steve and I have worked together on, we need to ask a few more questions. And once I started doing that, yes, I'm finding annuities out there on a pretty high rate right now. Not only do I have $500,000 that I've closed, I also got $500,000 that I'm sitting on that I got to go back on next week here. So the business is out there, guys. It's not that it's not. You just have to, ask a few extra questions and take a little bit more time, and not a lot. You're talking another minute and a half to find out if there's anything else that you can help them with. That's all that's needs to be done.
Dave back here. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Jeremy and Steve talking about how they generate annuity business through literally their final expense leads. And before you go, I want to make an offer to you to learn more about this if it interests you. We have two different kinds of programs in my agency that teaches agents how to sell annuities. The first program is the one that Jeremy described. It's where you're already working your final expense leads, and this can really apply if you're working Medicare supplement leads, mortgage protection leads, or really any kind of lead where you may have people who are 50 and older or 60 and older that would fit the parameters of the type of target market we're trying to target. So keep this in mind. It's not just about final expense. It's really any kind of lead-driven business where we teach you on what questions to ask and how to fact find to find if there are 4- and 5-figure annuity sales opportunities literally just sitting in the leads you're already getting. Jeremy is living proof as an agent of mine that you can actually employ this technique and this process without dramatically changing your already existent business to find huge sales opportunities just to complement your leads that you're already working for whatever your primary line of business is. This is our first flagship option. You don't need to have intense technical knowledge of annuities to take advantage of this. Simply put, you just ask the questions. We teach you how to ask. And then you take the case to Stephen, and then we help you figure out what type of annuity would be best for that particular situation. We teach you what to say to the client, how to say it to the client that it shows it to the client how it benefits them, and then how to begin the application process with them. So you don't have to come into this knowing a lot about annuities. We teach you this as you get out there and find the opportunities. So no worries about having this great expansive knowledge. You don't need that. Which leads me into our second program. If you're not already selling insurance or some sort of lead-driven program, or if you're looking for a new type of product to lead with, we actually have a preset annuity appointment system that literally puts you in front of 15 to 20 annuity prospects a week using our process for a low weekly fee, where you go in, take the sales presentation process we teach, and you find potential annuity deals that, again, you take back to us, that we help coach you through the opportunities with, so that you can have a custom tailored solution to your annuity prospects to cross-sell, or I should say close, annuity deals. The great thing about this program too is we teach you also how to cross-sell simple products like final expense and sometimes Medicare supplements to help add to your overall commission revenue. So whether or not you're looking to change up your business, or if you're getting into the insurance business and you like the idea of selling annuities, this is a great system. It works incredibly well, whether it's a standalone system and you like the idea of just selling and not having to cold call or do appointment setting for yourself for annuity business. We do it all for you, so all you have to do is simply sell. You go out there and see the people. Here's how you learn about to find out more information about it. So two things. You can go to feagentmentor.com/contact, or you can click the link below. Send me a message directly, and then I will pair you with Stephen, and then you can begin a conversation about how the program works and which direction you want to go. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And my name's Dave Duford. Thanks for listening. Take care.